and thanks for joining us today for the live birthday broadcast of Catherine McAuley. I'm Lauren Gorney from the alumni team, joined by my colleague Leilani Augustine, also from the alumni team. Hi, Leilani.
Hello, Lauren. How's everything going today?
It's going really well. Looking forward to celebrating this momentous birthday.
Yes, and while we're celebrating Catherine's birthday today, her actual birthday was September 29th, 1778, which would have made her 241 years old today.
Can you even imagine? And although she's not here with us at 241 years, at Misericordia University, regionally and globally, we're still living the original mission that Catherine set out to do.
And Catherine lived a life of mission and service, and her goal was to help those who are needy and poor and to actually advocate for those who are unable to advocate for themselves. And students here at Misericordia, they are compassionate, they become compassionate leaders, and here at MU, they don't learn their program. They don't just learn what they're here for. They learn how to think and they learn how to live, educating them in the foundations of mercy, service, justice, and hospitality.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Our students here that go on to become alumni continue in the field of service in many different ways, which we'll take a look at today. For example, as a Mercy Associate, which both of us have decided to become, and there are quite a few Mercy Associates joining us in support today. Students who become alumni go on to serve in the Mercy Corps, perhaps their first year out of school here. And I think that it's important to say that Catherine's mission stays with those who have been exposed to it.
It really, truly does, Lauren. It is the foundation of our students, and that is what sets our Misericordia students apart from everyone else. They leave here with that experience.
Well, Lonnie, I have a special guest here, and I think it's about time to get ready for some cake.
Yes, it is. I better get baking. I'll see you back here soon.
I'll see you soon. Hello.
Hello, Lauren.
So this is Catherine Polidal joining us today as a Mercy Associate, but she is also the director of the Women with Children program here at Misericordia University. Thank you for being here.
It's my pleasure. I'm happy to be here.
So the reason we asked you to join us is with the hat of being a Mercy Associate. Could you tell us a little bit more about what a Mercy Associate is?
Right, so a Mercy Associate really represents the other side of the coin in terms of service and mercy in partnership with the Sisters of Mercy. And so as laypersons who are involved in the Mercy mission, we are here to carry on the legacy of Catherine McAuley and with the Sisters of Mercy going hand in hand with this very important mission that drives the charisms of mercy, service, justice, and hospitality.
Absolutely. So that's who they are. Can you tell me a little bit about what they do? And that's broad because we have a group of associates that are employees at Misericordia. Mm-hmm. We have the regional Mid-Atlantic group of associates. And then there's also this global community. Can you talk about what we're doing as associates to continue in the tradition of mercy?
Right, so as Mercy Associates, we've had to respond to a number of issues that the Sisters of Mercy have definitely identified as the critical concerns. And so whether that be stewardship and care of the earth to justice issues for women and children, immigrants, racial inequality, we are here with them, again, hand in hand to help drive the Mercy mission through those critical concerns. And by doing programming that's both regional, domestic, as well as international. And so having this three-tiered response with having Mercy Associates from all around the world driving these core initiatives, we're starting to see that we can also not only make a global impact, but also in our own backyards, making that true day-to-day impact through the work that we do, whether it's the Women with Children program here at Misericordia University to larger global initiatives that involve immigration rights.
Absolutely. All very critical concerns. And they've been holding true, I believe, I don't want to misquote myself, since sometime in the 90s. And we have held on and reaffirmed them year after year as the focus that globally people are discussing. I would love to share with everyone out there that Catherine had the opportunity to visit with some colleagues and associates and people of the Mercy community in Ireland at the Carlow Roundtable. Is that?
That's correct.
And you brought home some information that you're sharing here on campus to further secure the Mercy mission, make sure we're living it here, we continue to live it. But you had a really great perspective. Would you be willing to share that with everyone?
Absolutely. So when we were in Ireland, which was a wonderful opportunity, we were able to see where really the foundations of the Sisters of Mercy were established in Dublin, Ireland, on Baggot Street. And just feeling the presence of Catherine McAuley and being in that home really drove, I think, all of us to have a better understanding, a deeper understanding of how we're all really connected. And that same thread that we're all sort of sharing in terms of the Mercy mission and how we can have a huge impact. In terms of looking at this from a conceptual idea of full circle, Catherine McAuley really started this whole initiative with Mercy as a layperson and then became a sister. And now seeing so many people serving as Mercy associates and driving that leadership of Mercy through the United States and across the world, we're seeing that full circle concept of laypersons still coming to the table. And I think really that original intention of Catherine McAuley is ever present and it's still here and maybe even stronger than ever. And so I think it was just great perspective to know that we have this shared mission and that it's happening all across the United States and our all respective Mercy schools and institutions, as well as internationally throughout the world.
I really appreciate hearing that. We do have another moment, so if I could, I'd like to ask you one more question.
Sure.
As the director of the Women with Children program, you see all different kinds of experiences. For a student, they may be non-traditional, they may be having different life experiences. And today what we're doing for the gifts for Catherine's birthday are supporting the McAuley Student Emergency Fund. And from your perspective and what you've seen without specifics, how important is it for us to have the support for a fund like this when students are faced with unexpected emergencies?
I think the most critical thing to recognize is that by helping to support students here at Misericordia and at Mercy institutions, you're responding to a critical need of theirs to access their education. And when you're doing that, not only are you creating a lasting, maybe even multi-generational impact on these individuals, but you're also setting them up for true success. And I think that at the core of our Mercy mission, what we're doing is driving that point home every single day by giving educational access, especially even to our women and families that are going to change for generations to come, that positive impact. So it's very important.
Absolutely. I am so grateful that you could join us. I know you're a very busy woman. If you're over in Dublin, you're here at Misericordia, you're out working on so many various projects. We're very thankful for your time, and thank you for sharing your story.
Thank you for having me. It's my pleasure. Thank you.
So now we're going to get ready for some cake, and I'm going to go find Leilani, and when I do, we will be back. Oh, okay. Well,
And now, oh, yes, yes.
Thanks for joining us again. Unfortunately, I have still not found Leilani, but I did find a student from Misericordia University, Mike DeKunzak. Mike, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you, Lauren. I'm happy to be here, and I'm excited to talk to you.
Great. So the reason we asked you to join us today is you're the president of SGA. You're part of the leadership council for the football team. You are the manager of Phonathon. You are, I believe, what else? What am I missing?
I'm a part of staff, luckily, and I'm also a part of peer advocate, so I get to teach students. I think that's pretty awesome.
That is phenomenal. You're everywhere. So I'm going to ask you to put your SGA president hat on for a minute, okay, and answer in that context. Today we're raising money. We are trying to fulfill the McAuley Fund for student emergencies. And as the president of SGA, I'm sure you've seen and heard some stories about some hardships, unexpected hardships that students go through. I know you can't get too specific, but could you share some examples or possible examples of how this fund could support students here?
Absolutely. I think the best example would be if somebody had an unfortunate event that happened in a family, and they're not as fortunate as me. I'm only 2 hours away by ride, so if they had to get a plane ticket or any some sort to go home and support their family, I think that'd be the best case scenario, that they're aware of the situation and that they have the support.
Absolutely. So that could include someone who passes away. We have to get the student home. They're displaced by a natural event. We perhaps provide housing for a temporary amount of time, struggling with food insecurity, and supporting in any way we can. How, if this happens to someone, I know it could be a difficult time for people. What does that process look like? Because it can be hard.
I just think they need to be aware that it's a humble process. They just need to know the temporary of it and how not exciting, but how they have like that option to have the support. So I just think that it's like the best case scenario, that they know it's a humble process and that they have the support, and if they didn't think they had it, they do.
Absolutely. We are a tight-knit community here, I believe, and making sure there's dignity to the process when someone needs help, that's very important. We're also here today to advocate for this cause. So not just to discuss the negativity, it's the positivity that this brings everyone together, this protects and provides for our students so that they might not be displaced, because there have been times where students couldn't afford to continue, and we're just not going to let that happen. So talking about our diverse student population, most people might not be aware that a good amount of students that attend Misericordia University are actually non-traditional students. So we have that traditional population, but we also have students who come back to join us that might be a little further in life, getting a graduate degree or maybe even their first degree. So these types of incidents can be vast. They can be very different. So I think that's a great reason for us to continue this fund. I just want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you for what you do. I think you're a great example of a Misericordia student. Mike, what are you going to be doing when you leave us? What are you interested in? I'm
trying to go with the flow. I just want to be a sports broadcaster, journalism, but at the same time, I'm excited. Hopefully I'll still be part of this community, because it is one big family here, and that's the reason why I came here in the first place. It makes me happy to be here.
Absolutely. Oh, we're getting a gust of wind, unexpected. That's the beauty of live broadcasting. I'm glad I have Mike to lean on. So, Mike, thank you for joining us. Another COM graduate here, going to be a COM alum myself, and we're joined by a full team of COM alum here. We're very thankful for the educations we were provided and helped out when we needed it most. Now, I believe we're going to be moving over to the cake, so let's see if we can find Leilani.
Well, hello again. We are back, and I'm back here with some staff students. Morgan is our president of staff, yes? And, oh yes, and I did bake this delicious cake. And so Morgan and Maddie are joining us. Morgan, tell us a little bit about staff. What is staff?
So staff is Students Today, Alumni Forever, and we're a student-based philanthropy group on campus, and we focus on spreading our volunteerism and our philanthropic mission by educating the campus and the community.
And how do you educate the campus community? Talk a little bit about that for us, would you?
So we do events each month of both the fall and spring semester. And actually, Maddie's going to talk about 2 of our events that we have coming up soon.
And Maddie, what are those events?
So first we have Philanthropy, where we sign banners and hand out apple cider to the students, and we're signing banners to thank our donors for all that they do for us. And then we also have Socktober, where we collect socks from all the students and we give them out to homeless shelters in the area.
That is quite an amazing task. How many socks have you collected in the past?
We've collected hundreds, and they've gone out. We had a very successful year the past year.
All right, and our students, our student program, it's been around for how long, Morgan?
For 4 years we're going into now.
4 years of student philanthropy. Well, that is quite an amazing task here. And what are some of the things that you plan on doing this year?
We like to bring in, this year we're having speakers to educate our members. So we're having different members from the community that are people that are philanthropic in what they do, and they're coming to speak to us so we learn more about philanthropy. So that's a good thing that we're doing this year.
You know, and talking to students about philanthropy, I'm sure that that's very challenging. What are some of the challenges that you have found?
Definitely just getting students just more involved and having them come up to us and ask us questions about what philanthropy is and how they can help out the community and around the campus.
And service here on campus is so important. And we want to thank you for everything that you guys are doing. And we're going to continue with this birthday celebration and invite everyone over to have some more cake, again, that I generously baked. So let's keep serving that cake to our students here on campus. Right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
So just play off of what I'm saying.
Oh, God.
And welcome back for our third and final segment of our live birthday broadcast of Catherine McAuley's birthday party. Leilani, I found you. You had cake. You're back. Thank you for joining us again.
Well, thank you for having me. It was quite a feat to have to bake that cake and get it ready for this event.
I'm not going to agree to that. However, I have to say, it's times like these, I am very grateful for my degree from Misericordia as a communications major, because this is the stuff you don't see coming at you.
No, really. It's been a challenge today. So we want to thank everyone for joining us, because on camera, this is something that we're working through, and we hope that you'll continue to join us. This is something that we've talked about, and getting out there and making sure our alumni know who the alumni relations team is.
Absolutely. And I would like to now acknowledge the donors. Last I talked to our director, Mike Gambita, who is also part of the alumni team, we're almost to goal. So our goal was $1,924 in honor and symbolism of the year that Misericordia University was founded. 924, 1924, all very popular numbers here at Misericordia. I will tell you when I'm done talking about some of the donors exactly where we're at and what we need. And if you're watching live, please visit www.misericordia.edu/happy-birthday. That's misericordia.edu/happy-birthday. We are going to be celebrating all day. We are hoping to reach our goal by tonight at midnight, and I think with a little luck, we're going to get there. Now, I want to say a special thank you to some of our donors. I'm going to make sure we get the names right. Thank you to Joan, Barbara, Ryan, Nicholas, Kathleen, Amanda, Brianna, Christine, Marie, Anne, Alyssa, Becky, Lisa, Agnes, but I'm not done yet. So, Lonnie. There's Mike, Matt, Barbara, Larry. Thank you to Jenna, and thank you, Dr. Becky, for supporting this initiative of the McAuley Fund for Student Emergencies. I want to, in particular, look at one special donor. She is also a communications alumna. I'm seeing a theme here. Amanda Jameson has chosen to specifically support us over the past few years in our Giving Day campaigns, but really made an impact on this McAuley Fund campaign. What's really great with what Amanda does is she spoke with her employer, and what a lot of people don't know is employers match your philanthropic support. Did you know that?
You know, I did know that, but many of our donors and our contributors to Misericordia do not. So if you are giving a gift, you can double that impact by checking with your employer or even contacting the University Advancement Office, and we can show you how to find that information. And you could double the impact here for students and for the university and even your program.
Yeah, I think it's great if you've already made your gift, you're thinking about making your gift, it's not too late. You can go ahead, reach out to your employer, give us a call here at Misericordia University, and I cannot stress this enough. I'm a huge advocate for it. I say it all the time. It is not the amount of the gift, but the gift itself. The participation of our alumni is phenomenal, and what that does is it empowers us to get additional funding and support from federal opportunities, foundations, corporations. It just shows the continued commitment to the Mercy mission of our alumni.
That is correct, Lauren. And, you know, again, it's not the size of the gift that matters. It's the fact that our alumni are giving back. And like Lauren said, with that participation, we are able to get monies from elsewhere, such as our local businesses and foundations through the work that our university advancement team does.
So whether it's that, what everyone thinks, that big $200 gift, which would provide that flight or that bus ticket, I'm talking $10, $15, $20. That could be the meal for someone displaced by emergencies. And I'm looking at these gifts from all of our generous donors, and they're adding up. So they're making an impact.
They are. And the McAuley Fund, as Mike DeKunziak spoke of, what a great thing to have here on campus to help our students that need it when those circumstances come about in their lives.
So, Lonnie, we're partying all day. We're celebrating Catherine, 241 years old. What do you think she wants?
You know what I think Catherine may want? In Catherine's time, she would want a comfortable cup of tea. And here with us today, you know, that comfortable cup of tea, that symbolizes that caring relationship that Catherine had with her community, and to help those, again, that were in need. So in celebration of her, if you're celebrating at home, please warm up a cup of tea and have it to celebrate Catherine's birthday.
And what a great day for tea. It's raining here in Dallas, Pennsylvania. We know another thing about our alumni. They love the weather. It is pouring rain. I wish you could see it. I'm sure we will ask Mike and Beta to post a photo later of the atmosphere. Leilani, I think you wanted to tell us something. I heard some whispers on our break that there's some big news coming our way.
There is some really great news coming our way, and what we found out today, something that has been in the works for a long time. We did receive news that Catherine, not Catherine herself, but Catherine, a symbol of Catherine, will be arriving on campus sometime by the end of the year. And an anonymous donor has come forward to make this birthday wish come true for many who have wanted a representation of Catherine McAuley here on campus. So there are our alumni, our students, and others who have participated in the Dublin Pilgrimage.
Oh, yeah.
Lauren, I think you yourself have participated.
I was
in the
a
Dublin
student
Pilgrimage.
here that had the opportunity to visit the Dublin Pilgrimage, which has included students and faculty and staff from across the world. And then we heard a little from Catherine Polital on the professional side of things. There's a Dublin Carlow Roundtable where you get to travel to the International House of Mercy, and there's no feeling like it, and I am so glad to hear that we are going to be bringing that feeling to campus.
Yes, and you know, that trip allows individuals, and like you just said, even yourself, the ability to walk in the footsteps of Catherine, to visit the locations that she was at in Dublin, Ireland, and really get that service emotion and that experience inside of you, and you really bring it to reality.
Absolutely. It's very inspirational, very motivational. It kind of sets you on fire, that mercy relationship. It started it all for me.
Well, I think Catherine McAuley has started many things for many individuals, and she is a beautiful representation of what Misericordia is today.
All right, so I think with a big announcement that we're bringing Catherine to campus, and that is our birthday present to Misericordia University, thanks to our anonymous donor making that dream come true, we're going to wrap it up today with what you've all been waiting for. If I could have the staff students help me out. Ladies, gentlemen, kick it off. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope, again, you'll take some time to visit the website misericordia.edu/happy birthday to even learn a little bit more about the mission of Catherine McAuley and what we're trying to do on campus to always support our students first. Thank you so much for being here. Until next time.